Good morning, Cam Brar for Cam's Mortgage Minute for Monday, August 27th. Just some new news that came out and said that the Canadian housing market or home ownership is going to hit record levels. Basically, they're predicting that we should have more than 70% of households in Canada owning their own homes. Back in 2006, the census revealed that 68.4% of us owned our own homes, and they're projecting that this number will exceed 70%. So what does this mean in relative to other countries? Well, in places like Spain and Italy, the number is 80%, and places like Switzerland, it's as low as 30% simply due to the price of houses there. Now, does that mean that everybody should be out buying a house? Absolutely not. If you can't afford it, you certainly should not be considering a home, and that's exactly why the federal government stepped in with some of the rule changes, they say, is to try to slow this cooling and purchasing trend downward a bit. Now, we are certainly at the peak of home ownership, and all predictions are it will probably drop a bit as the more of the impact of the mortgage rules is felt. And it seems like rentals are, vacancy among rentals is at record lows. I mean, it looks like it's hard to get a rental in a lot of places. Just as a comparative, if you were purchasing an average home about $353,000 with a 5% down payment, you're looking at around a $1,600 mortgage payment. Throw in strata fees and property taxes, or let's just say it's a straight home, you're probably looking at more like $1,700, $1,800. Now you could probably rent, and again, a home where we are in Victoria, a 2-3 bedroom house is probably going to rent $1,400, $1,500. So the gap isn't that huge, and when you figure out that with that purchase you just made, you're paying over $800 a month in principal down, well, you know what, purchasing, I can see why some people are doing it in markets like this. Other markets where the prices might be weaker, it may not be as relative for them. Now in the US, after they had hit the 70% home ownership rate, that's when the housing market basically cratered under them. But again, their financial system melted as well. So it wasn't just that, and there was a lot of lax lending practices that were going on. Does that mean it's going to happen in Canada? You know what, anybody's guess. I think right now we're seeing it hold pretty solid. Our banking, our lending philosophy is a little different than the US certainly. We're not doing those ninja loans. That back then, for those of you who don't know, that meant no income, no job, no assets, and you were approved. As long as you had a pulse, you could get a mortgage. Again, the rules here are a lot tougher than that, so we'll see what happens as time goes on. So, to conclude, I guess, the bottom line is it goes back to the same old thing. If you want to be a homeowner, the math works, the numbers work, you can afford it. It's really a forced savings plan. It'll force you to at least put money into something as opposed to maybe putting it all into your rent. Anyway, if you're interested in looking at some purchase options for yourself, give us a call. It's Cam the Mortgage Man. You can find me online. Auxilium Mortgage. You can contact us through there. You can contact the team. We're here to help. You can reach us toll-free anytime, 1-877-686-4246. It's been Cam. Enjoy your day.